Yeah, YouTube, I'm back here with another vlog today, and this time my scenery is so different and I'm definitely feeling the anxiety a lot more. I don't know if you lot can hear me loud and clear, but I'm gonna try to be more open up as I make my way downtown. 100% feel the anxiety, and I actually wanted to press record a few minutes before, but it's just so hard right now. Literally, I haven't pulled out a vlog in town centre in a while, but I thought why not, when you do so much exposure in places where you're familiar with, especially in that little park where I'm just sat there all day and I talk about the same thing, and even though it's meant to be an exposure challenge, I feel like I'm not really using it up the way it's supposed to be. So if you don't know, get to know, because this is Leicester, the town centre. This is how it looks, and it's actually a nice hot day, but not too many people around for some reason. So I feel like most people have their own sort of motives going on, and you do see people here and there, but usually, like from what I know, there's a lot more people in town, and you see people that and you get to, of course, participate in sort of like crowd enjoyment and stuff like that. But other than that, I'd like to talk about my anxiety on this vlog and maybe touch on different topics as well. So one of the main topics being anxiety itself, and the other one will probably be a branch out of that. You know how I like to choose topics and then go from there, and then somewhat interlink it if I can. Yeah, we'll probably decide later on, because we've only been a few minutes on here, and right now it feels like I've been talking for such a long time because I'm letting the nerves get to me. And I don't know, is it the shades that are shades helping me out? I don't know, maybe they are, but then again, I couldn't care less if it's shades or not. I'm just gonna do exactly how I feel like. Sometimes I'll take off my shades and sometimes I'll put them back on. So now is the time it comes back on, and let's get started straight with my anxiety anyways. As you see, I'm using a lot of fillers. I'm talking about the city and I'm talking about my anxiety, but I'm not really diving in deep. And this is because it's just like I can feel in my chest. On my way here, I was dropped off town. I was actually gonna take the bus or some sort of vehicle where I can feel most anxiety. And it's not bad, I got dropped off, but I still get to practice my skills out here in public. And yeah, the anxiety is running right through my veins, and it's just so hard. Like at times I feel like my legs are getting wobbly. The Eminem line where he's saying legs spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy. It's literally one of those. And right now, the amount of people that are looking at me, if I was to, I don't know how I turn the camera around. If I was to turn the camera around, not too full, but it's enough to build sort of a jittery sort of response from me. And I definitely believe I am responding well right now with the amount of people here. And if you lot don't know yet, each person you rub shoulders with, or walk by with, even as little as make contact with, you are opening up to them, and eyes are the gateway of the soul. So we are picking up different energies as we walk through our day-to-day experiences, and we do definitely learn something. But other than that, it is very, of course, a different experience, which I would definitely like to do more, maybe in different sort of locations, environments or whatnot, because this is the true exposure that I actually needed. It's nice to do these vlogs like when you sit in parks and things like that, but it definitely doesn't get me worked up as this much. And I decided to come town wearing my shorts as well, so bodily wise I am definitely a bit more exposed as well, but we do have to take things to a understandable level in order to do these things. Some people, you know, if they're told you have to do exposure stuff, they might take things too far and start doing, you know, unethical exposure to the point where you're walking nude outside. But other than that, everything will be building your inner integrity. Besides feeling the anxiety, you're going to be working on staying on topic. So the inspiration for these videos actually started from, you know, Julian. So, you know, he posts his old sort of videos on every now and then, and you know, from watching that I can see like you have to, you know, start from somewhere. So Julian started from a level where I thought, yeah, that is, you know, that is something we can all see. That's definitely anxiety. And because he did it, and if I was to work on myself or get anywhere as close as to he is, the level he is in is very admirable, but it takes work, dedication, consistency, and, you know, a lot of, how to say it, a lot of, you know, motivation. But then from the last week or so, you know, my motivation's been going up and down. So there's times where I feel way more motivated than the other times. And what I've got to do is maybe not go by motivation itself and start to have a different sort of sense of purpose. Because motivation does die out. And there is times where it's much higher or lower than other times. It's literally a boss, it goes up and down. And we've got to find some other sort of purpose, you know, so we can attain what it is that we're looking for. So I actually decided to make my way through, you know, starting from the forefront of town. You know, Leicester is in the big city. So I decided to take this route where I take the L sort of way. And the whole reason is to, you know, walk through the crowds where the mass people are. I could have easily chosen another, you know, route where it's much easier to hold up the camera and go ahead and, you know, just keep blabbing on stuff, but the more I feel, the better it is. So purposely chose this route. So yeah. And will I be coming back here to shoot another vlog? Depends, you know. There's so many other places you can shoot those vlogs, and it is definitely challenging. So everything came at the right time, you know, day off work, sort of a beautiful weather, nice sunny weather, and, you know, the vlogs becoming, you know, sort of hard, which actually pushed me to try and make a vlog in a new location. So everything sort of fell together, which is why I'm actually here. And I will try to make another one in Birmingham and maybe even take it to London. But that's insane though, if I literally make my way all the way to London just to record these YouTube vlogs. Who knows? Who knows what is in the works? But other than that, what I'm going to do right now is, because I've come to the other end of town, you know, literally go that direction is the train station and you're at the city. So if you don't know, Leicester is a small city. So I walked around in a quick short YouTube video and I'm making my way back. So I'm probably going to sit down in one of these cafes, enjoy the weather, take it in, have a nice sort of mojito or whatnot, you know, cool the system. I don't know if I could eat, you know, like today, stomach is feeling upset. But I might have a, you know, little cheeky cake. But other than that, I'll be concluding my, you know, town adventure vlogs right here. And for those of you that don't know, you got to come with me for a short walk in town, in Leicester. So yeah, I'll catch you lot on the actual main topic vlogs I'll be doing. I'm actually doing one later on when I go back to my sort of area of the city, and we'll go from there. I'll try my best